And Lonnie White was called on the foul for the Virginia Tech Hokies. As we have number 0, Lamaya Simmons going to the line. 0-on-0 action right there. And her first shot is up, and it is good. 1934, Virginia Tech up on top of UNC Nashville as Simmons goes for her second shot, and it is good. Peterson goes to inbound the ball, and it looks like UNC Asheville's full court pressing, and they caused Virginia Tech to turn it over. That was Carly Wetzel who could not handle the ball right there. Yeah. Abigail Wilson will be inbounding the ball.
Despite their big lead, they really have turned the ball over quite a few times tonight. Look a little sloppy. Something Megan Duffy cannot be happy with.
Trinity Fields gets the ball in the backcourt, brings it into the front court, gives it to Simmons. Simmons gives it into the paint to Mims. Mims gives it to Abigail Wilson. Wilson shoots the ball, but then does not connect, and that is a Virginia Tech rebound. Carly Wetzel with the rebound, passed it to Eck. Eck dumping it back out to Wetzel. Wetzel looking, just throws it behind the back, and it's a turnover by the Hokies. And that is an easy drive and score by Trinity Fields.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum switch here on the side of the Bulldogs as they've scored 4 straight points.
As the Hokies had to call a timeout this time to figure out what's going on in the court right now.
Continuous costly turnovers that Megan Duffy and her squad cannot be happy about.
Now, if I were Megan Duffy, I would be really concerned with how her team is just constantly turning the ball over in spots where you do not want to be turning the ball over. This team really needs to make sure that they don't throw the ball inconsistently. As we have Kale Peterson inbounding the ball, gives it to Mackenzie Nelson. Nelson then gives it to Lonnie White. Lonnie White passing it back up to the top to Mackenzie Nelson. Nelson then dumps it to Matilda Eck, who's still finding a player open, but Lonnie White gets open, driving into the paint, puts a shot up, but it's no good. And UNC Asheville just made a costly mistake, as that is Lamaya Simmons, who had the ball in play and then just stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, not really quite sure what was going through her head in that moment. Looks like she thought there was a foul or something else going on, but she just stepped out of bounds.
We have Mackenzie Nelson throwing the ball into play. Still looking for someone open. That is Kale Patterson with it. Loops around, throws a little off the back foot, and that is 2 for Kale Patterson.
Yeah, really using her size and advantage there in the paint and just getting an easy deuce.
And that is Trinity Fields with the ball at the top of the key, passing it to Mackenzie Wilson, who then passes it back to Trinity Fields. Fields looking to make some offensive action, but then gives it off to Mims, who then dumps it back to Simmons. Simmons at the top, shoots a deep 3, and it is no good. Rebounded by Carly Wetzel, who is then fouled hard by Trinity Fields.
Yeah, again, she did it in the first quarter. Really just looks like a frustration foul more than anything there, and it's probably going to cost her 2 points at the free throw line.
Now that is Carly Wetzel up to the line. She'll be shooting 2. And the shot is up, and the first one is good. Duffy talking to her players from the sideline, possibly changing up the defensive scheme as the second free throw is up and good. Carly Wetzel 2 for 2 for those free throws as UNC Asheville inbounds the ball and slowly takes it up the court. That is at Trinity Fields, who passes it off to Lamaya Simmons, who drives into the paint looking and travels as she goes to shoot the ball.
Yeah, I really thought the Bulldogs were going to hold that ball for a little longer. Tech can hold this ball until the end of the first half.
Karis Burns passes it to Mackenzie Nelson, who is working her defender left and right. throwing in a little side-to-side motions. And that is Trinity Fields, the defender, who is playing actually good defense. And she gives the ball to Samaya Suffren, who then gives it to Wetzel, who then has Eck wide open in the corner. And that is a 3 by Matilda Eck. As time expires in this second period, Matilda Eck hits a nasty 3, and it is a 41-22 game for your Virginia Tech Hokies on top of UNC Asheville.